this video, we will look at and compare a high-value woman versus a low-value woman. Let's be honest, life without women would be unimaginable. Most of the funny men come up with the funniest lines to impress the best of women. And it is no secret that most romantic books and movies have been inspired by women. But not just any women. The inspirers were often women of high value. That is why the pursuit was worth the effort to begin with. Low-value women, on the other hand, don't inspire. They drag you down, and you feel that life would be unimaginable with them. How do we know how a high-value woman is in comparison to a low-value woman? We'll find out shortly. But first, we would ask you to show support to our channel by liking our videos and subscribing to our channel. If you hit the notification button, all the better. All set then? Let's take a look at a high-value woman versus a low-value woman. 1. Empathizers versus sympathizers. It would go without saying that a person would choose to be with an empathic person rather than a sympathizer any day of the week. That is because we want not just to be heard, but to be understood. It was George Orwell who said that, perhaps, one did not want to be loved so much as to be understood. While you might feel that a low-value woman loves you, and she might, the element of understanding would not be there. That is because an out-and-out sympathizer holds no candle to an empathic person. A high-value woman would not simply say words such as, "Oh, poor thing," in order to show sympathy in a difficult situation. Rather, she'd know the gravity of the problem and give you the feeling that she's been in your shoes before, and that shallow words of comfort like those would be of no help. 2. Inspiring versus uninspiring. Have you ever fallen in love and had this sudden jolt of inspiration? Take a look at the best of parents. They try to secure a good future for their children and family, which is why they're always inspired to do better. The same is true for a high-value woman. She just inspires the men around her to do better, become better businessmen, better writers, better people. Just take the example of one of the best writers of the previous generation, Vladimir Nabokov, who wrote some arresting sentences to the love of his life, Vera. An example is the line, "Yes, I need you, my fairy tale, because you are the only person I can talk with about the shade of a cloud, about the song of a thought, and about how, when I went out to work today and looked a tall sunflower in the face, it smiled at me with all of its seeds." Can you think that this would have come about if Vera was a woman of low value? In fact, Vera had a meticulous love for language and helped in translating many of Nabokov's works. A low-value woman, on the other hand, would never be able to inspire her lover in such a way. Life seems such a drag around them because they tend to be quite unimpressive and incapable of inspiring lovers to achieve greater heights. 3. Right words at the right time versus wrong words at the wrong time. Who wouldn't want to be with someone who can say just the right words at the right time? After all, conversations are at the heart of a wonderful relationship, much in the same way that the espresso is the base of modern coffee drinks. And conversations are beautified if the other person says the right words at the right time. This is true of a high-value woman. On the other hand, a low-value woman might be constantly talking a bit too much. This leads to people around them getting uneasy. And you can get a sense of that too. Say when you're with your friends and there's your partner not saying anything, but just talking incessantly, without a care in the world if the people around her are interested in what she is saying, or if the words uttered flow smoothly into the conversation. Your friends might know this unease, and you could be uneasy catching a glimpse of their unease. Besides, a low-value woman's words, as we said previously, will not carry the same gravity as that of a high-valued woman. A low-valued woman will say things for the sake of saying them, rather than because she has something meaningful to add to a conversation. What do you think so far? Please share below. 4. She fits in versus she is a misfit. Not every person would be able to adjust seamlessly to all the situations they are presented with. Take introverts, for example, who might have some difficulty fitting in perfectly during social gatherings and festivities. It's just not their zone. But despite that, you'll see them blending around a few people, but a low-value person never fits in with anyone. A high-value woman adjusts well with family and friends. Even when you're in a new travel destination, you might find that a high-value woman has less difficulty adjusting to new places and opportunities. A low-value woman has problems adjusting to the needs of her family, your family, and friends. And she has flat-out negative attitudes even towards new experiences life presents. This makes it extremely difficult to have a close sense of understanding or depth, or form any meaningful relationship with a low-value woman. 5. Classy versus flat. Who is a classy person? Everybody knows, but no one can pin it down. In the same way, you know a classy high-value woman when you see one. And along the same lines, we also know a low-value woman when we see one. But the age-old advice of not judging a book by its cover is a strong one. Sometimes appearances can fool us, so we have to know that a person who has dressed up well for a particular occasion might still be a low-value woman. And we might catch a high-value woman on a day when their charm is slightly offbeat. But as you spend time with them, you'll get to know the true colors of a person. And the class of a person adds up when we weigh the things that we previously talked about. A classy person oozes style, which is not simply about their clothing, but their perception of the world, or how they hold their own despite the world trying to bend them down to its will, and even to the way a high-value woman allows you your own personal growth. Having said that much about how a high-value woman oozes class, we shouldn't tell you how a low-value woman would fall flat in comparison, should we? 6. Lovable versus likable. This is one of the strongest debates that people have in personal relationships. Are the people you are in a relationship with the sort of people whom you love but don't like? Or are they just likable but not lovable? A sage once said that it is such a tragedy that most people know that they are loved but not liked. It is because in order to like someone despite loving them, they need to possess qualities that we all admire: inner strength, understanding, maturity, and so on. Since a low-value woman doesn't really possess enough of these qualities, you might have this dilemma when you're in a relationship with them. You feel that you love them, but they're unlikable people. On the other hand, a high-value woman is someone truly likable. There is this feeling that she has really admirable qualities, and the more time you spend with her, the depth of her character increases, and so does the fortitude of her personality. And with time, you simply have not just liked her, but fallen in love altogether. This initial feeling that you two were bound to fall in love resurfaces, and that intuition of having been made for each other is stronger throughout your life. What are the other qualities you think that makes this divide of a high-value woman versus a low-value woman even sharper? Let us know in the comments down below. We love hearing from you. And if you enjoyed this video, you can also hit the like button. As we said previously, these videos come to you for free for your entertainment. To not miss out on any more videos, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon. We'll see you soon with another video. In the meantime, you can watch this video on your screen.